this AI clone you've developed? At what point did you decide that would be a good offer?
Why not? I will be out and my clone is doing that work.
The way I've been doing it is just recording, making a script through my teleprompter.
Imagine this, that teleprompter script is going to your AI clone and then your AI clone is explaining that stuff.
Just slightly different personality or slightly different energy.
Different location. Everything is different. Like somewhere I am walking in Times Square, New York, and my clone is explaining. Somewhere I am in the podcast studio.
Is there a big interest in this?
Very much big interest.
When you're training your clone using podcast interviews, be a good example because that's like being natural.
All gestures are natural. Rest your voice is already cloned. We can put anything on it.
What motivates you?
I want to have my own legacy. I want to be in the marketing lab.
Tell me about this interview with Alex Hormozi.
He didn't allow anyone to take a photograph. But on dinner table, he said, okay, Nipun, let's have a photograph. And then he said, if you use it wrongly, I will come to India and beat you up.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to another episode on the HighLevel Experience podcast. Our guest today is an AI marketing automation specialist who's been shaking things up in the digital marketing world. This guy doesn't just run a marketing agency. He's been using HighLevel for over 18 months to bundle killer marketing services that get results. But here's the kicker. He is not just about the usual agency grind. He's creating AI clones that bring in organic leads like it's no big deal. Yeah, you heard that right. We're diving today into how he's scaling his SaaS agency with AI and why this could be a game changer for your agency. So please welcome to the show, Nipun Sial.
Thank you. Hi, Vit. How are you?
Very good, mate. Very good. Mate, you've been using HighLevel for a while. I'm kind of curious, like this AI clone you've developed. How did this... Obviously, that's a trending thing. Everybody wants it. But at what point did you decide that that would be a good offer?
So I'm an AI guy and I'm a very lazy. I don't want to repeat the stuff, what I am doing. And so I see like the creating videos, lots of people, they purchase the gadgets and then they started creating video. After 4-5 days, everything get lag behind and then they're not consistent. And they again think they see someone just like Alex Hormozi, they see, okay, he's pushing videos and they again started and then they stop. Because as a founder, it's a bottleneck of a business in most of the cases. If he's not shooting the video, even the editor, their storytelling, they can't do anything. Then I thought, why I am a bottleneck of my business and I'm recording every day and then team is editing. Why not create a clone out of it so that I will be out and my clone is doing that work. And that's how the crazy thing happened.
Look, I just saw an email from Alex Hormozi today actually about this topic. He says, look, the businesses that will grow and get an impact really have two options when it comes to Facebook or on social media. You either pay for it or you do organic, but in any case, paid is now a lot more difficult. You have to do a lot more iterations in order to actually crack through and make some results with the ad creative. So in the email, basically the nutshell of it was you have to get a lot more output organically and see what works and then run those as your ad creatives. And then so that means, like you said, you need to do a lot of testing, a lot of variations, and there's nothing better than being on a camera, being yourself. Do you have, like let me frame this question. So back in probably 4 years ago, I tried, I just said, what's the company name that you use that is kind of known for creating voice video avatars? No, it's
HeyGen.
end-to-end. HeyGen, that's right. So I used HeyGen about 4 years ago. It was kind of okay, but it wasn't really there, so I kind of haven't touched it. When did you start with the video avatars?
So I started almost 2 years back. There was some other tool called Synthesia. I tried with,
Yes.
now I tried with HeyGen. We need to solve the first step of a puzzle. So what I did is I created my clone and then I give it to my team. Hey, now you can create whatever you want and you have everything. You just need to log in, put up a script. And then I see like my team was not creating a good script out of it. I say, okay, now I need to solve this. I don't need a copywriter for this stuff. So at that time, I built a custom GPT. Hey, this is my brain and this is how the copywriting works. You can do. Then They started creating videos every day. We are pushing one video, and then I see after 10 days, or after 5 days, when first weekend came, they didn't work because nobody works on a Saturday and Sunday. And then again, it started working like this. And I see like we are not pushing daily one video because somebody needs to log in into HeyGen account. Although I have cloned my voice and integrated ElevenLabs into HeyGen, but they need to again write a script and doing that stuff. After 2 months, I see, okay, this will not work. Now my team is not consistent. So they don't need me, but my team is not consistent to every day log in into this because they keep on forgetting and they keep on doing some other works related to our agency. I say, what if an agent goes into this and do that work? And then there is a third phase of an avatar where now nobody's logging into that HeyGen account. We created an AI agent, which is every day coming up with a news related to AI, login into that account, and then creating, and then the editing is also done by AI from a third party software. And then all the editing and it's pushing upon my social media. And now we come to the go high level, the fourth part of a puzzle. So that is every time go high level, you see like in the group, Sean come up with a new update. Hey, this is this. And as a go high level agency and giving services, we always fear of what next coming up. Want to be get updated on that stuff. Hey, we are doing this. And then I said, how I can make it like so that I should not forget what are the new updates. So the next part, which the AI agent we built right now is we connected Go High Level RSS feed whenever there is a new update from Go High Level. Yeah. We connected to our agent, and then nobody wants to listen what is the new update. They want to know how exactly they can impact in their business. What benefit they can. They don't want the feature. They want the benefit. So what we did from a Claude skill, from that RSS feed, the Claude is checking what exactly it benefit in somebody's agency, if somebody's coach, consultant, real estate. And then it narrates into a story from HeyGen, adding my voice, ElevenLabs, adding B-rolls into it, and then pushing it on social media. What exactly? And sometimes, literally when I'm on an event, somebody came to me and said that, oh, hey, Nipun, we love this feature you told me. And then I need to check on my phone what was the feature because even I'm learning from my videos.
Yeah, you want to come across as legitimate because otherwise, that will put you in a spot.
Yeah.
I like it. So this is interesting. So I've got, and for those of you guys listening, by the way, the RSS feed, I can't remember the way you find it, but I'll put a link in the show notes for you guys. The way I've done it is I just got a simple Slack channel, dedicated Slack channel that is linked up with that RSS. So basically every single day there is an update from the GHLT. And some of these updates, you might not find out about them until maybe 2 days, 3 days later when Sean makes a video or when there's the weekly roundup. So what I like about this changelog feed is that it's basically the most freshest information about latest feature, brand new feature, feature update, feature improvement. It's all just showing up in my Slack channel. So I'll put a link in there for you guys. I think at this point, like if you are listening and you are reselling HighLevel as a SaaS, it's really kind of your responsibility to really know the product and be ahead of, you can't excuse it. Like you really have to know what it is. Now, will you have to tell your customers every single new feature every single day? Well, probably not through an email because that would overwhelm the heck out of them. Yeah. But as a social media game, as an organic social media, I think it's brilliant. Now, the way I've been doing it is just recording, making a script through my teleprompter and then recording and explaining the feature and always trying to have a use case as well, just like you said. But that's time consuming. So yeah.
Imagine this, that teleprompter script is going to your AI clone and then your AI clone is explaining that stuff. And in the end of any video, whatever we are creating for GHL, we put comment GHL for more tutorials, comment GHL if you want a bundle as a value magnet organically. And people want more update. They comment GHL, they come into our ecosystem. We get organic leads out of it and we get engagement also.
How many leads do you generate this way, roughly?
So approximately like daily right now we are pushing 2 reels related to GHL, all automated. So in a week we are generating 15-20 leads, new leads.
And that's all organic, guys. This is just people commenting
Yeah.
the word GHL in the comments.
Yeah.
Obviously, there's the automation inside GHL that you program. So when somebody comments that on any post, so do you have it
It's
set up
DM.
as a? Do you have it set up on anything? So it's always GHL,
Yes.
or do you?
I set
Because
it
we
up
have
on anything. I am not creating like this key. You need to be on a particular post. When any post I am putting GHL, if somebody comment GHL, it is pushing it.
Yeah, yeah. Because I mean that would be a lot of work if you wanted to be like very nuanced and custom. I mean it would be, yeah. Because I've done the same thing for the podcast. So by the way, like if you guys go to any of our social media that where the podcast is, Instagram, Facebook, if you comment the word HLEP, you will get a DM with a link to the episode to listen to the latest episode. So it's the same function. So if you didn't know, yeah, you can definitely set it up. It's brilliant. I love it. And because it's integrated with GHL, you literally do you get a name and a last name? You don't get the contact details, but
What we built it a landing page. In landing page, what we did is there's a lead magnet. We see lots of videos related to GHL and say, okay, put up your name, email ID, and get the updates. And I have created almost 100 plus white label tutorials of GHL, in which I'm not showing that it's GHL. I'm showing that it's a CRM. So we give this as a value lead magnet in exchange of their number and name.
is it like under your own white label name of your SaaS?
Yes. And I didn't even name it as my white label. I just name it wherever I started. I just name it as CRM. I didn't name it as like my white label is funnels. I just name it as CRM. So this CRM do this, CRM do this.
What's the game here? Are you trying to have it as a licensing for other agencies? Is that why you make it gray label, or just
Yeah,
to be
that's
agnostic?
what I started when I said, okay, it is just for my agency if I use funnels. If I use GHL, then my agency will not able to. Sometimes people don't know it. It's built on the back of GHL. I said, just make it like this from the starting CRM. Now I have 100 plus videos. That was the whole concept. I think, okay, do it like this. In the future, it will pay me back.
Yeah, I love it. Yeah. I've always been on two minds about that when I'm creating YouTube videos and all that stuff for our version of High Level, which we call Stand Out from the Pack. Yeah, it's a bit of a... As well, if you can make it more on brand, it's just going to be more cohesive. If you make it gray label, then that gives you flexibility if you ever decide to rebrand, or it also gives you a bit of a additional revenue game where you could basically sell those gray label videos to other agencies who just want to get the fast track on it, basically. So I like it either way, mate. Okay, so I've been trying to crack the code on it myself, building a bit of a content engine inside GHL. I put it to shelf about a month ago because I was running into some issues, and obviously I could have overcome those, but I have a few other things on my plate, so I kind of put it on the back burner. But what I was trying to do is HighLevel now has direct integration with this company called, let's bring it up. So we got integrations. Did they go rid of it? Oh no, there it is. Open Router.
Yeah.
So Open Router basically
LLMs.
gives you access to any LLMs. But I was having some issues in making it work because it was timing out. I think it's just the API was just taking too long. So the way you've done it, I mean, I don't know how much you want to share or what you want to share with the guys in terms of what you've done. But yeah, do you want to tell the guys like how you've done it? Do you want to maybe show example? Or?
Yeah, I can share you anything, like, because even if I shared, I feel lots of time, then I am able to figure out. Even somebody's watching, if they can model it, it's good. Otherwise, they can hire us for this. And let me share you the stuff.
Mm-hmm. As a strategy, I think it's brilliant. I think a lot of people are like afraid to show and share because somebody's gonna steal it from me or copy it from me, and I've done all the hard work. But actually what you're doing is you're showing your credibility and your expertise. And a lot of people actually don't want to do this stuff. They just prefer to pay. So guys, if you're watching this, and obviously Nipun's showing us what he's done. So you got it on an N8N server, I can see. So but you're going to have a bit of an offer at the end. So yeah, just listen up, guys. And over to you, mate.
So over here, so this is the one, RSS feed one. Let me show you. It's a bit complex, but let me try to. So if I zoom it a little bit.
The reason why you chose N8NB is because it's more cost effective with the volume as opposed to using Zapier?
Because I have hosted it on my own server. I use Hostinger, so it's hardly $50 a year, maximum 100 a year. In Zapier, we need to put it on. Zapier doesn't give us to open server, so it charges per zaps. So here, no zaps are costing are there. So it's cost effective.
Brilliant.
So if you see, this is the RSS feed I have done. Get GHL update from. So this is the, whenever there is new update, it pushes over here. And then it's a Claude I'm using because ChatGPT doesn't write good copy. So this is the Anthropic one. I'm using the API. Earlier it was ChatGPT, you see. It's now deactivated. And then it push it into a Google Sheet where it shows, okay, this is the stuff, like this is the new update. And now
it's like you have it there as for an archive of all your content in the past, right? So it just creates a new row.
Yeah.
Nice.
And then it rephrase it into my language, whatever the features are and thing. Then it update in another row, the same stuff. And then when you see if people, what they do mistake is they create their one avatar and then it feel monotonous because if there is every day this avatar, right now I'm creating one of my avatar, but every day if you see this avatar, people will lose interest. So I have created, like here I have 5 avatars of mine. So every time the new updates come, it goes to a different avatar. Avatar means my clone.
It's kind of like just slightly different personality or slightly different energy.
Different location. Everything is different. Like somewhere I am walking in Times Square, New York, and my clone is explaining. Somewhere I am in the podcast studio. In some of them I am somewhere else. And I have created my 100 clones. I showed it to the HeyGen team. And they were very much impressed. And they offer me to be a brand ambassador of HeyGen. So right now I'm a brand ambassador of HeyGen also. And then, then there is a setup and I have cloned my voice from ElevenLabs. If I open up, it shows my API key. So I'm not opening, I'm just telling that. And then here there is 2 options, creating it with a background, creating it without a background. So I have already put I want to create with my background. So these are like my 5 avatars. Now it goes to the HeyGen and started creating the avatar video. But if I'm only talking and there is no B-rolls are like the stuff where there is a pattern interrupt. If I'm telling, hey, this is where how you can just use the CRM. And then if you see the CRM videos or see something people are using on CRM, these are called B-rolls. So these are like pattern interrupt with my AI clone and something to add between. Everybody's using B-rolls in their social media.
It's easy. So, if you look at the Diary of a CEO podcast, the Diary of a CEO, if you look at the trailer of those episodes, they're like really well high production. Yeah. And what makes them interesting is really short cuts and leaving on a cliffhanger with what the guest said. But there's also the B-rolls. So I think you can't get away not having it. I think it's brilliant.
Yeah. So for that avatar video, it looked monotonous. Now it goes to Submagic to add B-rolls and add a caption on it. If you see Hermosi, anyone's like video, you will see there is a caption on it because people on social media watch with their headphones on. Sometimes it's on a silent and they are scrolling it up. If you have a caption on the video, like whatever you are saying and these captions are there, it catches attention. So it caption, add B-rolls, and then it goes to my Slack, just like you told me that what's the video. So now here it is in my Slack. We can quality check. Now it is going to go high level over here. And it is putting into all social media like Facebook, Instagram, Facebook, and then it is notifying that everything is done.
So what you've got there is the HighLevel API 2.0 to go into the social planner and set up actual posts. So you're scheduling it through HighLevel Social Planner, but you've got it all automated?
Yes. And then for the clients, what we do is like for every day, like we are pushing one reel for them. We put them in the draft of Social Planner. So whenever they have time, they can schedule it.
I like that.
Yeah.
Brilliant.
That's how. And there is another API which is doing the captions for the same with the hashtag. Here I am merging all these in.
Okay. So you're using HeyGen, then you're using Submagic, and then you're using ElevenLabs for...
Yeah, then I'm using these API. Then I'm using Claude for this work.
You may not realize this, but for the last 2 years, I've had a secret weapon that has made running my business inside of HighLevel so much easier. You see, there is so much that HighLevel can do, which is amazing, but it's a lot of work to stay up to date with it. And even more so if my customers are asking me questions about it. And this is why I'm excited to announce that our show is officially part of the HLPT Creator Network. This is HighLevel Pro Tools, an organization that I've been using to run support for my customers, as well as give me a ton of awesome epic add-ons that make running, launching, and differentiating my SaaS inside of HighLevel so much easier. And now that they're an official sponsor of the show, they've done something pretty bloody awesome. If you go to hlpt.com/experience, you can get one of their incredible tools absolutely for free. No purchase necessary, just for being a listener on the show. So head over to hlpt.com/experience, grab that free tool, and I promise you this is going to improve the conversion rates on your page. Check out all the other stuff that they offer and tell them that Pete sent you.
You know what's wild? There's a smarter way to grow your agency and help more local businesses without adding more stress. That's what HighLevel does. It's your all-in-one sales, marketing, automation, and AI system. No more duct taping tools together or paying for 20 different subscriptions that barely talk to each other. I've been using it for 5 years with my own white-level version, stand out from the pack, helping Aussie businesses like Dimitri, a Canberra electrician, who now runs his jobs, quotes, calls, and follow-ups with our built-in AI employee. If you're an agency, HighLevel lets you do exactly that. Support your clients in new ways while building stable, recurring revenue every month. And if you're a local business, partner up with somebody who knows your market and your industry. If you're in Tasmania, my mate Jared from Boulder Digital, for example, has you covered. If you're in Canberra, that's my turf. Check out standoutfromthepack.com.au and we'll get you sorted. The point is, there's probably a high-level agency or SaaSpreneur near you. We're seasoned marketers, tech-savvy super nerds who love helping local businesses grow. We're global, we're connected, we're high-levelers. Now, I've got something really special for you guys. I've negotiated an exclusive 30-day HighLevel trial that's double the usual just for you. Sign up your agency through gohighlevel.com/vid or upgrade your existing plan, and I'll hook you up with over $3,200 worth of bonuses, resources, templates, and snapshots I normally give to my private clients only. So whether you're scaling an agency or leveling up your business, start with the right system. gohighlevel.com/vid or team up with your local SaaSpreneur and let's make business simple again. One platform, one login, no duct tape, just results.
So the end result, just to recap, is fully automated content, truly fully automated now. And that's working for your business to help attract, convert, awareness, build, educate, all that stuff for your agency. And because you got it on the N8, then I assume it's a template. You could just copy it, adjust it, and then you can actually sell it as a product to other customers.
We are selling it right now as a product to other customers.
What's the uptake on it? Is there a big interest in this?
Very much big interest, because once they have a clone, they don't figure out what they exactly want to create.
People are busy. And how much would you price it, like service like that? How would you price it?
Oh, it's all depend upon business to business right now. Like they have something. So right now, somebody like came to me yesterday. They want something related to YouTube. So all their clones are built on YouTube. And if I show you more examples, you will get more ideas. Some people say that, okay, we don't want any clone. Let me see if I can share you this. So there is one more agent.
Yeah. Guys, by the way, so Nipun, he's showing a couple of things here for us visually. If you're listening to this and you're on Apple Podcast or Spotify, we don't have this there as a video. So just hop over into our YouTube channel where you'll be able to see what Nipun is showing visually there. Just wanted to highlight that.
So this is, I use Claude Code. Sometimes people don't want to show their video. They want something like, we want static post only, because on Facebook, static post with the threads works brilliantly well. So this is something different, because Facebook is more of like the threads one. Hey, how to do this, how to do this. So this is like a Claude Code where it will operate my computer in front of you, log in into the Hicksfield account and create the creatives for you. Just like why most marketer waste. So everything is prompted. So if I show why most marketer waste 60% of their AI budget, how to stop that. So now I am not finding this. It's the AI agent which is finding me a viral news or something which catches people's attention. So I said, from that 10 topics, I like this. Why most marketer waste 60% of their AI budget? How to stop that? Now it will research and add step by step how to protect that. So it's like threads. On Facebook, if you see the big creators, they are always using threads. Like Dan Martell, if you see their post, they will give you steps in the comments to get an engagement.
I was trying to. What are you talking about? Threads? I get it now. So it's just a short hook, and it's those
Yes.
like colorful background, and then you've got the actual answer with separate like point
In
one
the
one
comments.
comment.
Yes. So now what this agent is doing is it is finding on the internet, because I want an authentic news. I don't want, okay. And it will find a news which is going viral on the internet on the first, second pages. And now it creates the whole thread out of it. So if you see why most marketers waste 60% of their AI budget and then how you stop. It's a hook on the image. But now it writes the content. If you see over here, it started writing the content. It has my name, my branding, and it writes a content in front of you with all those stuff. Now, people don't want to log in into Canva or go to Google Nano Banana Pro. It log in into my Hicksfield account, add a prompt. I'm not prompting, add a prompt, and then create a creative, add my branding, post it on social media, and add threads and schedule it. Everything.
How do
automated.
you? This is brilliant. Now, question. I know you can pre-schedule the first comment, but how do you pre-schedule the subsequent comments?
So, how you pre-schedule it? There is a hack. Right now, from any API, you can't do it. So, if you go to any API, you are not able to do that. But if you are scheduling it from Facebook login, it can do on its own. Then there is an option to schedule all your threads. So right now, if you see, I'm not doing anything, and it's on my Hicksfields account. I need to just log in it one time. I think it's already logged. Yeah. So if you see over here, it will goes to Google Nano Banana. It choose the model and create a creator. Right now, my hands are over here, so it will do that stuff. And now,
so this is
automated. Yeah. And now the question you have. Now it goes in, login into my Facebook, go to the schedule and automate all the contents.
Okay, so we're going to see that on this shortly. This is brilliant.
Yeah.
So Hicksfield is a platform that you found does the best results when it comes to...
So I will tell you, I will give you an example. You talk about open, right, system, where you have Claude, where you have ChatGPT, you have Gemini, every LLM at one place.
Open router.
Open router. So Hickfield they have all the video and image models. Like for Google Nano Banana Pro, I need not to go to Google Nano Banana Pro to sign up that. If I want to use Kling, if I want to use, there is C-Dance too. Everything is done over there.
Yeah. And by the way, well, you won't be able to show because you're not controlling the computer, but if you guys wanted to know like which one of those LLM models are currently like trending, like in terms of number of downloads or users globally, Open Router, if you go to Open Router main website, let me if I can find it. I'm not going to share a screen. I'm not going to share a screen. I'm just going to explain it.
Somebody's adding a prompt over here. See?
And the AI is doing it for you right now.
Yes. So I am not thinking of the prompt. And now with the whole, like from that blank image right now, see there is none of my branding. But now AI will add a branding on it with my name, with my logo, and AI marketing automation specialist. So this image I have created, I am not copying someone. It is I'm creating on one from a LLM. And now I am adding my branding into it. And all the hooks will be added automatically.
And the branding comes from the pre-configuration you've got on the Hicksfield account. So it's already using...
No. Agent has my... So see, in this image, if you see, there is nothing of my branding because Google Nano Banana Pro is not creating, it will create a random image. It will not create your branding on it. So for that, I have added my agent, I have instructed the agent. So if I go over here, documents, Claude, projects, and it is now going to Facebook to do that. But if I go here, I just want to see the generated image.
And the second ago, your computer was controlled by the agent, so you wouldn't touch it, and it's still working. But now you're showing me
Yes.
something. Isn't that not gonna break the flow for the agent controlling your computer?
No, whatever I'm doing, it's running on the back. So if you see over here, the image, most marketer waste 60% of their AI budget. Here, how to stop it. Comment for more. And this whole branding is done by the next agent. So we
Nice.
created a blank image from here.
Right.
And if you go back, it is now started writing it. Now it can schedule also.
Huh.
Yeah. So here we are
And now this
talking
is-
agent as well.
Okay, I want to see the thread. Is that done here?
Yeah, I need to tell it to schedule it to some date. So let's say schedule it to 10th May. Sorry. So right now, might be it is posting it over here. It has posted now. But if I say schedule it to something, and then it will do the scheduling. And then on the schedule post, it will do that work.
Can you show us,
Perfect.
just while you've got the day, I'm just wondering what it looks like in terms of scheduling those additional comments? Because I haven't seen
Yeah.
that before, and I think that
So
would be...
here there is a scheduling option. Right now I'm controlling it like this.
Okay, so I'm
now-
aware of that.
Yeah. And then you need to go to that scheduled post.
Okay, so you need to schedule it, press go, and then you come back to it, and then do more.
Yeah. Yes.
Right.
Now in the activity log, if I go to the scheduling post, and then from that post, you can always have those stuff
You
in
can
that
go over
command.
that. Mhm.
Yeah. So let me see what there is a professional dashboard.
Okay.
Right.
So you have to make
Yeah.
your personal profile a professional profile in order for this to work?
Yes, professional dashboard. Okay. So
Right.
now
Okay. So
I think
okay.
right now 2 people are working. It is scheduling, and it is
Mhm.
doing that. I think it's scheduled to 17th May. Okay. Let me see if it is able to open it up. Right now, I am just interrupting his work on a same
Yeah.
Chrome browser.
Right. So it's causing disruption.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Generally, if I open up my different comment browser, I can work. This can work totally. But let me see. Okay, it's now going to LinkedIn to do that
Okay.
stuff.
Mhm.
Because I have put it for LinkedIn threads and other stuff. Let me show you on my comment.
And so you're far ahead on this. You spent a bit of time on this. How much time did you spend on trying to figure all this out, or did your team did it?
No more. And then we give it as a services. My team also helped me out in the same. So I need to see if in the
Mhm.
content. Okay. And in the content, it's for today. Today, I need to see if we have something for the future scheduled. So it's for 17th May, right?
Mm-hmm.
This is the post. Here, see if you see the thread, it is already scheduled.
So you can comment on it as if it was already published, and it'll okay. That's how that works.
Yeah, and it's on May 17th.
Uh-huh. Okay. Oh, that's a great hack. I didn't know about this. This is brilliant. Because I was trying to work out how to. I've seen, like you said, those people that you said. I know a couple of other influencers and coaches, and they do this, and I'm like,
Yeah.
I like this. I know what they're doing. I understand the strategy, but like, how do they practically do it so it's feasible?
It's
Because
from-
there's no way that I would have to go and manually remind myself to go to those posts again and add all those extra comments. And also, how would you make it so that nobody adds their own comment in between your own comments? Because it's just you just want to have it
Right.
sequential. Right. So there you go. This is a brilliant, very practical tip. Thank you so much for sharing. That's very valuable. Yeah, a minute ago I was talking about the open router as well, guys. So the website, if you wanted to see, I'm going to share a screen on this. My wife will probably kill me because I'm sharing so much on this podcast. When it comes to podcast and editing, the moment you start adding like screen sharing, it just becomes a lot more post-production work manually, but I think this is worth showing. So let me just go and click share. And we're going to go to entire screen, and let's just head over to this website. I'm just going to go open router. Here we go. This is brilliant. Now, I've just come across it the other day when I was checking out the open router integration that's inside GHL. So if you just go to the main website, openrouter.ai is basically a unified interface for all LLMs, right? So rather than having to pay for ChatGPT subscription, Claude subscription, Anthropic subscription, all of those LLMs, there's actually so many, you wouldn't even realize there's a lot of different LLMs. So what these guys have figured out is simple pricing model. You pay as you go. they add their own markup on top of the fees for the tokens. So that's how they make money. So yes, you will pay more, a little bit more, but you get access to all of the models without having to be subscribed to all of them individually. So that's the big upside. And HighLevel has direct integration for this. So now what I want to show you is this, and this is pretty cool. So I've come across this. They've got this thing called rankings up the top, and I really like this. So, and this gives you a date. So we're on April. What is it today? Today, 22nd of April. Okay, so today you can see that for today. Let's just go to yesterday actually. So yesterday is more accurate because today hasn't finished yet. So yesterday's accurate data, you can see that Claude Sonnet 4.6 is being the most used for that day. So this gives you like 11.2. I think that's in trillion tokens. I don't know what that number is, but this is a global volume, guys. Global weekly usage of models across Open Router, right? Because they've got the backend data. So, but this is generally a true reflection of where what market is using in anyway. So you can see Claude Sonnet, DeepSeek, Claude Opus. I don't even see GPT on this. GPT is somewhere down the bottom. And then you've got this cool little LLM leaderboard, which tells you like comparison of the most popular models. So essentially, if you wanted to like make sure that you're using the most cutting edge model, all you got to do is just follow the leaderboard, to be honest. There's a reason why people are gravitating towards a particular LLM. So yeah, I really like this. It also tells you about the market share. That's more like good for investing information. But back to us in GHL, if you're trying to build sort of like whatever, like agent end-to-end, like Nipun has built for content creation, but you might have different use cases, this website is great. So yeah, openrouter.ai/rankings. Check it out. I'm going to stop sharing screen I'm going to stop sharing screen, Nipun. And what I'd like to do, I've got a bunch of questions for you, man. I've got a lot of questions, but I just want to wrap up this particular demonstration because, like I'm impressed what you've done. And I'm definitely going to look at something for my own business. I'll probably talk to you after this recording. We'll work something out. I think it's a great offer for the guys that are listening. Do you offer this to other agencies?
Yeah, we offer to other agencies also. That's why I showed everything. If somebody wants to figure out, even I'm happy if they can figure out. Just like right now, the next AI model is, I'm an AI guy. It's not like LLM will tell you what to do. It needs to do what you want to do. It's not, okay, we open up LLM and you say, okay, for increasing your podcast view, you need to do these 10 steps. I'm just giving an example. So this was the older model in which we get the 10 ideas we need to do. The newer model is tell agent to scale it. So just like I'm right now over here in my phone, I have an agent which I tell, okay, these are the Facebook ads related to clone. Some people are doing brilliantly well. Go and scrape all the ads. So if I click over here, now while we finish the podcast, one agent is working, scraping everything, image my image with hooks, what are the things they are getting, and I have my report. Yeah. And then I will log in into my account and do the modeling part and other stuff. But that's
Take
how
action.
Yeah.
Okay. I think you're going to be contacted by lots of agencies after this interview. I've got the feeling, mate. You've done hard work. It's valuable. Trying to break your brain on trying to figure this out, it can be very time consuming. So it makes a lot of sense. Do you want to show a couple of examples of finished videos? Like how, let's go back to the one that you talked about, like when HighLevel releases a new feature through the RSS. Let's say last 3 days, like maybe one of those videos, just so that we can have a look at what the finished product looks like.
Yeah, sure.
This would be a good comparison.
Let me share my screen again.
Yep. This would be a good comparison, guys. If you've used HeyGen before, like I mentioned, I've used it and I wasn't really too impressed, but that was like 4 years ago, right? So this will be good to look at how far has this gone. And second question for you, mate, is the actual results this is generating in terms of... Okay, so this is the...
I think this is the new update. Let me check.
Yeah, okay, this is about WhatsApp.
Through menu after menu. Yeah. Here's what just
Are
changed.
you able to listen the sound of it or not?
Yeah, yep.
Okay. HighLevel's Ask AI now runs your entire WhatsApp marketing operation through simple conversation. You literally tell it what you want and it happens. I tested this yesterday. Told ask AI to create a flash sale template for my bakery, personalize it with first names, add urgency, include my shop now button, and send it to all contacts, tag at new signer, one sentence. Template built, audience selected, every message sent, delivery track. What used to take me 30 minutes across multiple screens now takes 30 seconds of talking to my phone. You can create templates, send bulk campaigns, build flows, get analytics, even onboard new numbers, and all through plain English conversation. The craziest part? It chains everything together. Ask for a campaign and it builds the template, finds your audience, personalizes each message, sends them out. Then tracks who opened what. Your entire WhatsApp channel just became as easy as having a conversation. Comment, GHL. Your competitors
So you
are
seen the last comment GHL?
Yeah,
So
I like
that
it.
was the-
Yeah, it's still you can still tell it's AI, right? It's like a bit of a weird movements that
So,
normally you wouldn't like.
Let
This
me
new
show
AI
you some other stuff. Then you will know. Because you are looking from an eye, it's AI. But see the-
setup just
See
made
this.
autonomous business workflows embarrassingly easy to deploy. Cloudflare just dropped something that most people are sleeping on. They've plugged OpenAI's GPT-4 Mahaf and Codex directly into their agent cloud platform. And it changes everything for agencies and
So if I
entrepreneurs.
show you lots of my clone, then you're not able to figure out. See there.
This new Google update just made HeyGen, Synthesia, and CapCut sweat, and most people have no idea this even dropped. Google just quietly updated Google Vids with VO 3.1, and it's free for every Google account holder. Here's what's actually inside.
These
First,
are all clones. Nothing is real.
This is brilliant. I love it.
This is
It's-
clone.
it's-
I will show.
so what I did is
Low.
like I put up in this last file of first promoter, they have an option of a webhook to push that data
This is
into a Google
clone. This
sheet.
is not real me.
That's cool. I like that.
Yeah.
Well done. That's just great. You've done a lot of work. Yeah, it's gone a long way ahead. Now, if you guys are watching, you're probably thinking maybe a little bit like me. I'm very critical. I'm very much of a perfectionist. So I could tell it's AI. I could tell that if it was actual you and taking effort to record that video, would it be better? Yes. But how much work would you have to spend to get that extra 20%? Right? So this is what it's about. It's about the scale that you actually don't have to touch a thing if you didn't want to. It just happens every single day consistently, and you get reasonable quality. It's good enough. It's more than good enough for marketing purposes, and it positions you as an expert. So I like that. Now, for regular businesses, because we are like SaaS, like I'm SaaSpreneur, like my main model is reselling high level and then helping businesses implement it. The agency services I offer on the back of it. So if I'm working with local tradie, a local plumber, a local electrician, local business owners, would this work for them as well?
So for this, the entire like it's not that AI will give you more views or the real one will give you more views. It's about the content you are pushing out. Lots of people think that okay, this will, if I record this manually or if I record this with the AI, which will work. The thing is, what kind of content you are pushing out. If you are pushing out for the plumber and it's valuable for the plumber, if I say plumber buy GHL buy, nobody will buy. If I am adding value in my script, whatever you are doing from teleprompter, that is the real key of success. So will it work or will not work? It's all depend upon the script you are creating, what kind of value you are giving.
Yeah, and how relevant you are. No, but
Yeah.
I didn't frame my question properly, by the way. That's my bad. I was actually asking you about if I wanted to offer this as a product for the plumber who is too busy to create their own content for their own social media to position themselves as the best plumber in the city. There's somebody to, do you know what I mean? Because it's about educating the market. So what you've done is educating the market about what high level can do, right? Under your own wide level brand. For a plumber or for any business, really, when you think about the awareness, consideration, decision, the traditional funnel, social media is about awareness, about making people aware about your skills, about the problems you help solve. So this is applicable to any business. So realistically, you just need a bit of a work extra to just prompt the agent for what you're trying to do. Yeah. Okay.
It can work.
Brilliant.
But the thing is, for the people who are very starting up on social media, so this AI clone is solving your daily problem of showing up. Then there is second version of it where you are using them in the ads. So right now, if earlier I used to remember that 2 years back when I need to record, my people needs 2 days of me to record all those stuff. And if I am not giving them, then we are not able to run the ads. Now all creatives have my face. In the last 3 months, I almost traveled to 7+ countries. And all my ads are taken care by my team because now I am not a bottleneck. So it push traffics when you run ads. It solves lots of the issue, but you need to be consistent every day, tweaking up your AI clone also. Hey, this is working, this is not working. So I have to push more content of my AI clone related to this. Just like I'm an AI guy, I will give you more example. Like a plumber needs to give value to plumber. So I'm an AI guy. Every day new AI tool is coming up. My videos is going out and telling people, hey, this is the new AI tool. Just to give an authority. That's in the same case of plumber. They need to give tips and other stuff.
Yeah, like local residents, things they need to consider if they're just doing house renovation, things they may not be aware when it comes to plumbing, and yeah, anything. It's really just thinking in the perspective of that business. Mate, this is brilliant. Thank you so much for sharing this. This is great to see actual real example of end-to-end, what you've done, how it works on the back end, what it does on the front end. One thing you mentioned is, and this is my follow-up question, is reach and engagement. So you mentioned that you do get some comments. I've noticed, so for example, for us, I've noticed that many reasons why, right? I'm not generalizing. There's my own personal experience. I put out a lot of reels from every single episode on this podcast. It doesn't really get as much traction as I would have thought it would in terms of views or engagement. And my bet is that there's much more content that was produced, say, 12, 24 months ago, because everybody is, more and more people are leveraging AI to create content. And there's this terminology of AI slop. And how do you define what's AI slop and what isn't? And we don't know. It's a bit of a Pandora's box when it comes to the algorithm, but yeah.
So for the stuff which I see right now is like particular about the ads, like I'm more into traffic and how to scaling business with ads generally. So these AI stuff is giving you an backend authority. Like if I talk about the AI clone, every day one video is going out. So it is giving people authority what I do. And still there is users, viewers who are checking it out. And every day there is a perception in their mind, Nipun is everywhere because we increase the quantity. Just like when I sat down with Alex, I asked, okay, I'm doing this stuff like 3 days on a dinner table. And he was like, I'm pushing out 15 reels a day. So your volume needs to be high. For that volume, cloning is doing that stuff. Now what they are doing is, even at the dinner table, there was 2 camera guy with Alex who are recording the stuff. And out of that, he has a team who is pushing out the content. So wherever, whatever he's doing, even he was doing podcast with me, there is one camera on it, which is creating the clips, and somebody's asking a question in the audience. They have all that stuff. For people who have a less budget, they have their AI clone, which is doing. Second, when running the ads, which I see is if you add a AI as a hook, so me changing into a Dracula in first 3 seconds, and then the rest story same. So what we're doing is right now, my clone created one video, and then for the 3 seconds, we are trying with the different hooks. So now we have 15 videos of same ads, but different hooks. Then hooks catches the attention. And then when hooks catches the attention, you can always use it in your ad. And earlier, you can take an example, 15 videos take lots of time to do that stuff. So first 3 seconds needs to be something crazy, which catches attention. So for me, my AI guy, we are trying with that. So in some of the video, if I can show you, I can show you over here also, and it's on my Facebook. It's like full production video, like a Hollywood movie. And I'm running on a bridge and all that stuff. It catches people, see like it's like a movie. And then I'm going to jungle and then on a helicopter. And then when I jump, I say, you need not to run that fast to do the AI stuff. Just join my workshop. I can show it. It's like a full production movie. Look like. I can
Yeah,
just
mate, you got to be sold. I'm
Yeah.
curious. I want to see it. Yeah, for sure. Let's
Yeah.
go. Ultimately, you're talking about partner interrupt. So because there's so much more, and there's going to be even more stuff on social media, our attention span is very short. So if you're just chilling and you're just scrolling, right?
Yeah.
then that's the bit that makes you want to stay on that particular reel, is those first 3 seconds. So this makes perfect sense. I know that Alex Hormozy, I've got a couple of questions about that interview that you did with him, by the way. That's another thing. But yeah, I know that in his second book, in his first or second book, he talks about the amount of volume and the amount of variations you have to test and try out on ads. And he's got a bit of a framework. So the fact that he's still following that to this day and still work this day even more just tells you that it's important.
Right. Let me show you that video. So see. Let me share my screen.
Warning! Engine failure! Damn court!
Hey, do you really need to run like that to learn how to make creatives with AI? No. Relax and register for my workshop below.
So it's
Brilliant.
everything.
So this post got 34 likes, 11 comments. I don't know how many of those. You might have probably some of your comments in the thread there.
Yeah.
And then 2 shares. That's pretty good.
And this give me an idea. Okay, if I run this in ads, I get more sign up because organically it is performing good. So we push that into the ads, and the ad is performing. One of the best ad we have for
this particular video.
Yeah. Yeah. And if you see this creative, even with this we are also running on the ads. This doesn't get that much because it's straight to the point. Hey, join my workshop. But that
If I
catches
see
attention.
something like this, if I see something, go back to that one before.
Yeah.
And again, I'm in agency space, so I follow a lot of other agencies. So my Facebook feed is full of different graphics and things like this. So I'm kind of immune. It doesn't really do anything for me. So yeah, so you're totally right. That was very entertaining, that video. I like that.
And I will tell you one more example apart from this. So just like you didn't like that, you like the video, you don't like the creative. But while doing the testing, we get to know some people are there who love the creative. They don't want to watch video what this Hollywood movie style is going on. They don't want to. So every persona, like we need to think according to the person. Sometimes earlier, like 3 years back when I was doing, I say, I love this, do this. Why you are doing this? And then my team come up with the stats. Because now we are like into number. They know only way to please Nipun is to show the numbers. That's it. Otherwise, this guy will do whatever is in his mind. Then he come. See.
So really, the key message here is subjective opinions are subjective opinions. They are not true reflection of what actually works. This is the same thing like when you talk to some small business owners and they're opinionated because they, I don't know, I spoke to somebody the other day about email marketing and the volume of emails and saying, you sent too many emails. It's overwhelming. Overwhelming for who? Overwhelming for you? Everybody hates it. I'm like, I think you're generalizing. I think it's not everybody. I think it's your own opinion. So I think it's really important reminders for us because I tend to do that too. We all have done it. We've all done it, right? Like we have our own subjective experience and then that's what we govern our decisions based on. But it's not always right. Data is
and
what's
then
right.
And then they show me that people register more through the creatives. I say, okay, do whatever now you want to do. So you always have a creative. And about the reminders part, I will show you. Like last week, I was doing my AI workshop in Singapore. We know that we need to send reminders. So what we were doing is we are sending from WhatsApp, all from GHL, email, and then there is third SMS. But to be safer side, because it was a B2B workshop related to AI, I was targeting LinkedIn also. So I have an agent who was messaging on LinkedIn and we get a reply from someone, hey, why you are sending that much messages? Hey, you are sending lots of reminder. And then we get some messages to confirm and all messages are open. Hey, I just want to confirm you are coming. So that either they replied yes or something so that my WhatsApp also not burned out. I'm sending lots of messages. Hey, we just want to confirm you are coming. Yes, no with a button. So that it will be easy for them to reply and it gives my WhatsApp a good reputation score that I am shooting message, I am getting replies back. And this guy was like, why? I will be there. I have told you. And one of my teammate was saying like, sir, we are overwhelming and we are sending. I said, chill. We need to either they will come or either they will say no. We not want to be in the middle of it. Okay. And then the same guy didn't show up on the event. Rest everyone show up. So I said, this is the example. Even you are sending him, he said, I am coming. He didn't come. And if you agree with that and you are not sending reminders to other persons, you're never ever able to get that much attendees. And that was houseful for us. Second thing, was we get it like this as a testimonial. So everybody was saying yes. So I take a screenshot on my LinkedIn. It was filled with the feed. Yes, and that screenshot. And that we are using in our next landing page. See the benefit of sending reminder. You will get lots of confirmation before jumping on this.
Maximizing everything, squeezing the most juice out of any little results that you get. That's smart. I like that. Yeah. Brilliant. So tell me about these workshops. You've been traveling. So you say in the last 3 months you've been to 7 countries. So you've been to HighLevel India, I think. That was an India
HighLevel
event.
India. I was at Mexico. Like Fur invited me for a Mexico event. I did.
Was that the AI Unleash?
AI Unleashed.
In January.
I was a keynote.
Okay.
Yeah. I was keynote over there. Then I did in New York. I did in Orlando. I did one in Miami. And then I invited to Costa Rica. Then I did one more in New York. I was GHL keynote. Then last month, yesterday I just arrived in India again. I was at Singapore. I did my Singapore. Then I did in Malaysia. And there is a Langkawi place where I was with. Have you heard of Pangjun by any chance?
No.
Okay, Pangjun is again like a marketer. So Pangjun has a retreat over there. So I was traveling to some cities for doing my workshop. And now we get to know, okay, yeah. And now this is the way, if I am traveling, I'm the, like, whatever I implement for our clients, first we experiment with our projects. Right now, I'm building my brand. Like my aim is to be top 5 marketer in the world. I'm telling my team, roll out anything on my social media. Because after 1 year, we don't have that liberty to do that because we'll be on the next level. The mistake is not in our diary at that time if we do a major mistake on our site. Right now, you want to experiment something, you want to experiment AI Reels, you want to experiment something, keep on experiment because that's where we get the stats. And because when we onboard a client, just if we onboard you and I'm taking an example, then you have an expectation after you paying us. You don't want a mistake. You don't want, hey, Nipun, why you are experimenting with me? I want a clear-cut results like this. But in my brand, my team can experiment a lot. And that's what we are doing. Okay, whatever we want to try a funnel. That's why my clone has 100 version of it. But for a client, we are offering only 3. We are offering only, the maximum we are offering in a plan is 5 clones only. But mine is 100. Right now I'm creating one of my clone. Because that's the clone which is more energetic, which looks like me. Lots of people, what they do mistake is they start reading a script. And even if you are on a teleprompter, you are reading something, you are not the but natural right now, you are with me. And this is the best clone which you are creating right now, you are talking, because that's your natural style.
Right, so using, like when you're training your clone on HeyGen, using podcast interviews be a good example, because that's like being natural, we're not going off script, we're just having a natural conversation, and
Your all gestures are natural. Rest your voice is already cloned, we can put anything on it. The gestures are real. And it looks real, it's not look AI. Whatever I showed it for that, it was of Andy's podcast. And invited me in Vegas on a podcast studio. So we record something and I created my clone out of it. So right now, whatever I was talking on that reel, that was not I am talking to Andy. It's a script we added later.
That was an event in Las Vegas just recently. Is that the one that you were at? It's happening now, this week, last week.
Yeah, that was not. It was earlier when I was for ClickFunnels events and other event. Then
ClickFunnels.
But yeah, I was speaking at ClickFunnels event. So at that time, I met Andy. Andy said, "Okay, you are coming to this. Come to the studio," and we recorded that.
Brilliant, man! You're a busy man. How do you do that? How do you do all this?
I love what I am doing. Like my aim is to be top 5, and I can only do with these two. Once I need to be get up. Second, I need to help lots of SMEs to reach at that point, because that's where the transformation comes.
Yeah. What motivates you?
What motivates me? Like I want to have my own legacy. Like after everybody gonna die one day, but only few people will remember after is what they did it for the society and other stuff. So I want to be in the marketing layer. There was a guy who came into and doing that stuff.
Where do you think this comes from? This innate need to be memorized after you're not here.
So, like we all die once, lives every day. People think that we die. Lots of people die every day. They are into their 9 to 5 or anything comfort zone. I just don't want to be the same person. And even if you do a podcast with me after 1 month, I am a bit advanced version of myself. So it's always me against myself.
I love it. You're very driven.
Yeah.
Tell me about this interview with Alex Hormozi. That was a one-to-one interview that you scored. How
Yeah.
did you land that? And what did you guys talk about?
So the first was like Alex Hormozi was launching this book. I have this book, 100 Million Money Model book. So this was the book.
Oh, yeah. That was the historic, the longest webinar, I think 14 hours straight or something like that. Yeah, it's pretty nuts.
Yeah. And then earlier I was promoting my friend. He called, do you want to be an affiliate? So I was promoting because I live in India. I said, okay, who will be going to US especially for this? Because the top 10 people have leverage to do that. And I was in a call with a bunch of people, marketers. And then they said, okay, they are brainstorming something. I was giving an idea. They said, okay, Nipun, even you are not into this place and you never gonna do it because you live in India. And there was only 21 days left. And he just spoke me up like this. Hey, you are in India. You are not able to do it. Why you are just giving your comments out of it. I was just promoting my friend, helping my friend. And that hits me badly. Like I said, that doesn't mean because it's an AI era, you can live anywhere and do that stuff. And then I talked to my wife. I said, like, somebody was saying like this, why not we give a try? She said, yeah, you are traveling to US for the HighLevel event. Might be that thing coincide with Alex. Because you're already traveling to US. What if Alex did that top 10 event at that time? And I emailed Alex, hey, I live in India. I didn't start your promote. I just purchased your book. So can you give me the exact dates when if I won, what will be the dates? I got a reply within 10 minutes. He said, we are not fixed, but we are launching it in August. It will take at least 30 to 45 days after a launch to host that. I said, okay, it's somewhere in September or October. I said, okay, this is good to go. And then I talked to 2 more people. They said, no, you can't do it. Like it's 21 days. Everybody's on leader, but you're nowhere. And then I said, okay, that's the power. Everybody is now, okay, doing that. Let's give a try. I just talked to my wife and team. They said, okay, let's give a try. Either we win, either we learn. We never fail. And I said, okay, I am getting out of business for 21 days for the high ticket calls and other stuff. I will do this. And I record in this same studio. I just went away. Hey, this is day 1. I'm doing this. I showed the chart. I'm nowhere in the chart of top 100. I'm nowhere in chart of top 500. Nowhere. I'm right now starting with the 0 stuff. And whatever I will do, I will document my day 1, day 2, day 3, day 4, day 5. I started documenting. Day 1, I did this. Every day in the late night when I came back, I just record day 2, this, day 3. Day 8 and day 9, I was at 100 because I started like AI funnel, AI calling, whatever I learned.
Sorry, Nipun, just for the guys listening, just to understand. So when Alex Hormozi was just about to do the live launch of the new book, he did an affiliate campaign. So basically, he was telling everybody, hey, invite people to come to it was about purchasing the book, wasn't it? So get more people to purchase the book. And whoever gets most people to purchase the book, you will then get a one-to-one time with me. That's what it wasn't it?
Yeah, and it's purchase or it's register for this event. Both are counting as your number. Like either register for the launch or purchase a book after this. Lots of people when they register, they purchase.
So you started and you were at 0, and there was other people that are like big coaches. I know there's Taki Moore over here in Australia who's got massive following. There's people who have huge following, and it's a lot easier for them because they've got all the I'm sure you've got a decent list, but you were competing against some heavy hitters and you went for it anyway, and you were documenting it. Now you're on day 10, you're starting to see some results. What happens after?
And then when starting is always difficult, whosoever is watching this podcast, whenever you start something, your biggest disappointment sometimes come with your family and friends, and your first sales comes with the stranger. So when you start, it's very difficult. Everybody's against you. But once you are at a position at on 10th day, lots of people join me as my force. Hey, this guy is now on the chart set. And a stranger posted on LinkedIn, this guy suddenly jumped into the race and he's on this charts of top 100 now. A wildcard entry. And then I see strangers getting into my mission, because earlier I was texting, nobody was believing, but it was like 11 days. 10 days passed again, and then I documented everything. I do AI, whatever I learned. I didn't take a single call for a client. I tell my high ticket clients, hey, I need some time. If you believe in me, it's good. Rest my team is handling your work and they are talking to my team. Lots of people say yes, some people say no, they opt out. It's all their call. They are not wrong at their place. They want me or they want my results. And then like on 20th, 21st day, I bagged second rank in the world promoting that. And then what I did is I was curious what other 10 did. Because it was in my mind, I created AI funnel, everything I have documented. I called every top 10 on my podcast. I said, because everybody was so excited after winning first rank, third, fifth, and we are very close in the competition. I called everyone, hey, I was ranked second, you are on first, you are on third. Congratulations. Do you want to share your journey on my podcast? I know that everybody is excited now. And out of 10, 8 said yes, 2 didn't say yes because they were on the top and I just came and then broke that record. And then all 8, I brainstormed just like we are brainstorming like that, what you did. And I get to learn more stuff. And I document that into my course. And then this is one of the best selling course I have right now for my AI successful. Everybody wants to know what I did for 21. And I have all my videos. And that idea came from Alex said, document everything. At that time, I was not sure that I will win on the top 10. I was doing whatever I know in the marketing. But now everybody wants to know. It's like a biggest course, like AI Success Circle community. People opt for this course only.
When you've got successful agency, you got a lot going on for you. You're selling high ticket things, yet you decide to go cold turkey on all of this, to go all in on this one thing. Why was this so important for you to win this?
Because somebody say, I love from Gary Vee. If somebody say you can't do it in a very shorter span, that nobody will believe and take a selfie out of it.
Nice.
So I was so much into it. And on 21 days, everybody, even my team was like, okay, this guy is in a different zone. Me and my wife is going to doing workshops, whatever we can do. We're putting up all our paid offers, the paid offers for free. Hey, if you sign up from a link, this is because your offer needs to be that good that somebody will say stupid if they say no. I said, I sell these courses. This is what I implement for people. I'm giving it for free if you sign up from my link. That's the only thing I want from your end. And then what I did is like on the top 10 charts, everybody's asking about the business. Hey, how I can grow my business. Hey, I can do this. All 9 people. I didn't give my questions to Alex team. I know that these questions are very controversial. They never allowed me to speak on the stage to Alex like these kind of questions. And they were like messaging me, give me your questions. I knew my questions. I didn't give them. On the acquisition.com, when we are in the center, they were looking for me. Hey, Nipun, hey, where are your questions? I said, I didn't get a call from you. I just like fake like that. I said, I want to meet a guy, Sharan. I'm here for not Alex. I'm here for I want to meet Sharan. Sharan is from India and he's a president of acquisition.com. Right now, it's like an inspiration for me. And they were like, this guy's not asking about Alex. This guy's asking about Sharan now. And then I gave them a question just 5 minutes back. And then said, we know that, okay, Alex will not answer. Because if I ask you how to grow your offers, you get 100 million offers can solve that. If I say, okay, what is the money model? You say 100 million money model. But why Alex don't choose to have kids? He's successful in health, wealth, and relationship. Why he don't choose to have kids? This is only the Alex mind can tell. And
you knew that if you're going to ask him questions about lead gen and marketing, he's already written stuff about it in the book.
Yeah, and already I purchased all the playbooks also. I know that whatever is in this book, I already read that book. You need to implement. The only problem with the people is, even I was like 5 years back, I was very crazy in getting courses, getting that stuff. The problem is not about learning, it's about implementing. Even if I read only one chapter of this book, I implement that. I don't want to go with the whole book. That's where I always write it like in my notes. If I open up my notes app, I will implement this strategy by this date. And I highlighted this. And these notes are shared with my team. So we need to implement this by this date. So we have a dead goal and that's why I didn't ask a single question later. I asked random. I asked the question. In this room, we all did a brilliant stuff for getting you a good revenue out of it to promote your book. And after the launch, our name was removed from the recording. Because in the launch, he speak about the top 10 affiliates. And then after that launch, he removed that from that recording. I said, what's the strategy behind that? And nobody dared to ask that. And your team was like, okay, Alex didn't know about this. Alex didn't know about this. You can remove this. We know the answers. I said, okay,
And in the stage, I ask all the question. And the biggest, like the blunder I did is I forget to take this book with me at Alex launch. And I was at their team. Hey, I have ordered these playbooks. I have ordered 200 books. Can you give me one? I forget to take. He said, no, we are not selling anything over here. So we can't give you any book over here. So sorry, Nipun. You are like our customer, but here we are not selling at acquisition.com. I said, okay. And when I stepped down, I was the last one who asked the question. I stepped down from the stage. They gifted me a book. Hey, go Nipun. We love you dare to ask those questions to Alex. And this is on camera. And if you see off camera on the dinner table, there was only 7 people. And the dinner was supposed to be 30 minutes. We spent almost 135 minutes. And I asked whatever is in my mind. Hey, Alex, this guy promoted you. Hey, Alex, this guy was I see from the journey of ClickFunnels, you are together. This guy was claiming this. And in that like dinner table, he told his team, after answering my question, he told, remove this from the clips you are recording right now on a dinner table. Make sure you remember to remove this, because there was lots of controversial names over there.
He didn't want to have those names mentioned.
Yeah, but I was asking that on the dinner table because now I don't have any fear, and he'll have, okay, this guy dared to do something. And just after 2 months, lots of people.
So that was the whole purpose. You wanted to show that
I
you
want
got
to see
balls
what's
that,
in
you know.
mind. Yeah.
Yeah.
And after 2 months, like lots of people ask me like, why you dare to ask this question? What about kids? You are fool. You are doing this. Lots of backfire me also. And after 2 months, Alex was with that Tony Robbins. They did a podcast. And what Tony Robbins advised, because Alex was saying 1 more million is not giving me any happiness. He said,
that was I remember that episode. Yeah, that was very personal for him.
And then Tony told, you need to have kids. You and Leela can decide something, but you need to have kids. Now somebody from their team texted me up, hey Nipun, this is the like whole circle round. And now Tony is telling him to do that. And that's how. And he didn't allow anyone to take a photograph. He said that everybody like misused that. But on dinner table, he said, okay, Nipun, let's have a photograph. And then he said, if you use it wrongly, because I will come to India. Like India, Asian countries pirated his books, pirated everything. And they start telling, okay, this. He said, I will come to India and beat you up. I say, in this case, you will be coming to India also. I love to host you on India. And that's all. But I didn't never misuse that photograph. And even their team is following me. Like their main key team is also following me on social media and other stuff. We used to talk. But that's how the thing is.
What an experience. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Well
and
done,
it changed my mindset also. Like then earlier I used to like what you asked me now, like you were moving a lot, how you were getting inspiration to do that. And when I talked to Alex, I asked Alex, do you know that you will broke the Guinness Book of World Record? You broke that. He said, that changed my entire mindset, that dinner table. So apart from me, everybody knew, my team, Leela, that I have broke the record. Was Barack Obama record was 35 million.
Wow.
And in my mind, my record was 100. On 37 million in just 3 hours, I broke that record. But I didn't know about it because I told my team, do not tell me if I broke the record. Because might be I get relaxed at 38 million or 39 million because I already broke the record in 3 to 4 hours. My target was 100 million in my mind. So I get to know when I cross 70, 80 million, okay, that I did that because it was easy now for me for that 20 million. And then I thought that sometime when I feel that, okay, I am not working hard, or if I'm moving, I'm working. There is one more guy who is working that much hard for that. And then very next day I asked, what's your next day schedule? He said, I was at acquisition.com working. And then I said, okay, I got my answer. Now that's why whenever I feel that I'm looking tired, I need to do these kind of workshop. This is for me, like I love, that's why I'm doing that work. I want to be on that position. That's inspired me to do every day.
I love it. Nipun,
Yeah.
how about yourself? Have you got kids?
Yeah, I have 8-year-old son.
Okay.
Yeah.
And you're hustling.
My wife and son also traveling with me. Like they keep on traveling at different places.
Oh, brilliant.
Yeah.
That's awesome. I feel there's so much more we could talk about, but we're at the end. So
Yeah.
we'll have to come back for a part 2, mate. Thank you so much. I really appreciate you being here and sharing all the different experiences and insights from the custom fully automated AI agent that creates your content, sharing the experience behind why and what drove you to win that competition, and ultimately meeting with Alex Hormozy. And yeah, it's very inspiring, mate. I know we've spoken, I think, a couple of years back. You were inviting me on your podcast, but I've been following your journey and I'm impressed. I've been seeing how you're really like going all in.
And
so
this year I'm
impressive.
sharing stage with Russell Brunson also. So,
Oh, wow. Well
yeah.
done.
So all whatever I have led it in a list. So I'm trying to be over there.
I love it. Anything's possible. Nipun, we're at the end. If you would like to share or just give a last piece of advice to anybody listening that's trying to succeed with high level, now would be a moment. And then also tell everybody how they can reach out if they need your help.
Okay. So for your podcast, I will be offering 30 minutes one-to-one consultation for free. Just generally I do it for podcast because doing a podcast is very difficult stuff. Calling a guest, I can see like in the same boat I am traveling. So you need to call the guest. You need to see the time zones. Then they are sharing their experience. So I want people will not, because might be after watching this, people will get motivated. But motivation will not solve their problem. Motivation never lasts long. Consistency. And the one last advice what I can give is information is everywhere. Even I am telling you 5 tools, 7 tools, you will see some other tools. Just go and implement one tool. Or hire someone to implement if you have money. If you're in a starting stage, do it yourself. Information is everywhere. But once you start implementing, then you will get the results. And be consistent. On the very first time, your first clone will not be that good. Do not stop at that point.
Brilliant.
From my hand.
I love it. Thank you so much, Nipun. Thank you so much for being on the show. I appreciate you, and I'll be sure to follow along and see how, where it's all heading.
Yeah. And one last advice, sorry to interrupt for you, is always write your goals. On Feb 2025, I attended Go High Level. It's all about Go High Level. And at the end, their team came to me, hey, do you want to record a testimonial? I record a testimonial. Hey, I love what this community is doing. Next time you will see me as a speaker or you see me as an award winner. That's my goal for next time. It has the video, like when GHL pays as a video, I show it in lots of even if we are running out of time, I can show it on my social media also. I manifested that and I write it down in the notes. On a very next time in the GHL, I was award winner. I got a diamond award and a gold award. And I take my photograph literally at the first time. And if you see, I can show you, or I will give you after this. I can see my photograph in that award. That was the manifestation. And the second was the speaker. I was a keynote at GHL India. So that too, even if that didn't manifested that, I will not able to do that.
Man, I love it. I love how motivated you are. I envy that. That's very impressive. Thank you so much for being on again.
Thanks,
guys, we're going to put everything in the show notes for you. But I'm going to give you a really simple URL where you can go to. It's just head over to highlevelexperience.com/Nipun. That's Nipun. So highlevelexperience.com/Nipun. Nipun. On that page, you will be able to find links to Nipun's calendar to reach out and book that complimentary 30-minute call. That's mate. I hope you've got enough time on your hands to do that. But thank you so much for doing that. We'll include some additional information about your AI content creating model if guys are interested. So I'll hit you up and we'll work it out together. Now on that page, guys, when you go to highlevelexperience.com/Nipun, on that page, if you scroll further down, you're going to see a couple of different offers from our sponsors. So we've got a couple of sponsors that support this show and we appreciate what they do, and they've got some amazing products. So make sure you check them out. And then also I have some free gifts for you guys. I have a free rebilling calculator. So if you're in the SaaS game, you're going to figure out how much does a $10 credit give you in terms of SMS for your country, or how many calls does, especially your customers, if they're asking you, hey, this $10 credit in my wallet, in my sub account, how much does it give me? What do you charge for it? What are all the different things that I get charged for? These are all, they're not sexy questions, they're not exciting things, but they're important things to know and important things to educate your customers about. I've done all the hard work. I've got a spreadsheet. There's a bunch of different formulas. I've just recently actually went onto Twilio website and made it up to date with the rate, because that was just recently, I think about 2 weeks ago. At the time of recording this podcast, Twilio fees went up a little bit for toll-free numbers and phone calls and things like that. So it's up to date. You just click it, you can grab it, it's free, and yeah, that's all there is to it. That's all she said, guys. HighLevelExperience.com/Nipun. Nipun, thank you so much for being on. Really appreciate you, man. You've shared so much. Very impressed what you do. Keep it up, mate.
Thanks, man.
Guys, thank you so much for listening to today's episode on the HighLevel Experience. If you enjoyed today's episode, then please share it with your fellow agency mates and other high levelers that you think would also benefit from listening. If you hear anybody asking questions and we've answered those today, please do me a favor. Grab a link of this episode and share it on social media. Share it with your mate. Share it in the comments under a particular post, even in the high-level community. It would mean a lot to me. I'm sure it'll help a lot of others learn, and rising tides lifts all ships. And that's what we're all about on this podcast, helping each other out, keeping everybody motivated, and trying to overcome problems. For show notes, links, and extra tips to help you grow your agency with HighLevel, please go to HighLevelExperience.com. Thank you so much, and have a great rest of your day, everybody.